Hello students, this is Professor Chalai, and in this video we're going to look at accuracy, precision, and some types of errors. Let's begin. So let's look at the definitions of accuracy and precision first, because they might sound like very similar things, but from a scientific point of view, they're not. Accuracy we define as how close the measured values are to the actual or true value. So to know how accurate something is, you actually need to know what the true value is. And if the average of all the measured values are close to what the actual or true value is, then that you can call those measured values accurate. However, precision is defined at how close the measured values using your instruments are to each other. In this example, you don't know how accurate they are necessarily because you don't know what the true value is. But if all the measured values that you have are close to each other, then they're precise. So these are the differences between accuracy and precision. But let's look at some examples of them in action. So let's use this dartboard as an example where we're going to use the bullseye as what we want the true value to be. If something is accurate and precise, you might imagine them all to average out to be close to the bullseye. Their average value should be close to the bullseye. And if they're precise, it means they should all be clustered close together. So if they're accurate and precise, you might expect a situation like this, where all the darts are pretty much on top of the bullseye. In a situation where something is precise but not accurate, remember precise means they're all close to each other, but accurate means that their average value is not going to be what the true value is, then you might expect them to be all clustered together but somewhere not near the bullseye. An example might be like this. So in this example, these measured values are going to be precise but not accurate. So if you have measurements that are continually precise like this, but they're not accurate, let's say you weigh 110 pounds, but you keep going on your scale every day and your scale keeps telling you you weigh 210 pounds. That might be a very precise scale. It keeps telling you the same value over and over again, but it's not accurate. It's off by a lot. In those cases, we call that a systematic error. You get the same error over and over again because there's usually some error with the instrument. Okay, let's look at a case, the opposite case of something that's accurate but not precise. Accurate here means their average value is going to be right on target, in this case, the bullseye, but they're not precise, meaning they're going to be scattered. So if they're going to be scattered, but their average value is going to be on the bullseye, they might look something like this, where they're all sort of circling around the bullseye, if you will. If something is accurate but not precise, usually that means there's some sort of random error involved. This usually happens with all instruments. You take lots and lots of measurements. Eventually, the average is going to get closer and closer to the true value because random error gets smaller the larger number of measurements you take. And this is why in science, usually we don't do anything once. We do it dozens, hundreds, sometimes even thousands of times to get average values. And finally, if something's not accurate or not precise, you can imagine it just being all over the place. All right, so that summarizes this video on accuracy and precision and just two types of errors that we looked at: systematic error that happens when something's precise but not accurate, and random error when something's accurate but not precise. I will see you in the next video.